Hi, everyone. I am Linda Anderson Stanley. I am the director of the ABA Young Lawyers Division Disaster Legal Services Program. So you all heard a little bit about the DLS program in the first hour, but I wanted to spend a few minutes to give you an overview of the program generally and how you can all get involved locally. So let's talk about the ABA's role in disasters. The Disaster Legal Services team is run through the American Bar Association's Young Lawyers Division by a partnership with FEMA to provide legal services to disaster survivors. We coordinate with numerous agencies across the country to provide those services. Our mission is to ensure survivors of major disaster declarations have access to pro bono legal assistance who otherwise are unable to secure legal assistance. Some of our outputs of the program are to expand the capacity of pro bono, to recruit, train, and mentor volunteers, to respond to the crisis of the day, and to be a connector for the community by eliminating duplication and creating efficiencies. So let me explain a little bit about when DLS is implemented. DLS may be implemented after the president declares an area a major disaster and then FEMA specifically requests DLS services. So there are many programs that a disaster declaration can trigger. If a president makes a major disaster declaration specifically authorizing individual assistance, DLS is one of the programs that are triggered. The legal authority for our program is written directly into the Robert T. Stafford Act, and I've written that in there for you should you want to look up the site for more information. One point of confusion that I want to note is that a major disaster declaration is not the same as an emergency declaration. And DLS is only implemented where there is a major disaster declaration, and it is not always requested when there is a major disaster declaration. For example, when the Michigan Dam broke a few weeks back, FEMA authorized an emergency declaration. That does not trigger the DLS program. And for another example, you may have noticed that all of our states by now have major disaster declarations specifically for COVID. However, DLS has not been requested or implemented in those specific major disaster declarations. So every disaster is different. Now let's talk about what this looks like in practice. A little bit about how we accomplish our mission and objectives. Once the president signs the major disaster declaration and then FEMA requests DLS, the ABA YLD works with our district representatives who coordinate with local legal aid groups, law firms, affiliate bar associations, and other organizations to help deliver pro bono legal services to disaster survivors. DLS is delivered via a toll-free hotline and/or when we're allowed to do so again, on site at a disaster recovery center where disaster survivors can connect with attorneys. We're always watching and checking out to see where disasters might develop and always talking early and often with our local partners. The legal aid organizations within the local states and jurisdictions really bear the brunt of the work. Typically, our clients are legal services clients with low income who normally would go to the local legal services agencies anyway. So our idea is to work together to take off some of the load from the legal aid and who are experts in landlord-tenant areas, public benefits, public housing, those types of things. So the idea is to get volunteer attorneys to work on those insurance claim type cases, estate planning, and ideally FEMA appeals to help alleviate some of that extra casework the legal services agencies are getting. Each disaster is different, each state is different, each response is different, but we really rely on, no matter where we are, local affiliates to help us drum up pro bono, and that's really where you all come in. Next slide, please. As I previously mentioned, the DLS program has not been enacted for COVID to date. However, the DLS team did use this time to really strengthen our disaster plans across the country and to make some partnerships to enhance our use of technology within the program. Starting first with our new national hotline number, thanks to Ring Central. This is one centralized number where disaster survivors can call, speak the name of the state where they need assistance, and automatically be transferred to that local line of assistance. We will use this national number mainly for easy sharing and promotion within our national partners like FEMA and Red Cross. Under normal DLS implementations, once a disaster is approved and the local hotline goes live, those state hotlines will automatically be connected to our national hotline. Although we're not currently implemented for COVID, we are currently making an exception to our normal implementation rule and connecting any statewide legal COVID hotlines to our national number. So if you're aware of such a hotline in your state and would like to link it to the DLS national hotline, please reach out and let me know. Additionally, we've also worked with a company called Paladin to implement a streamlined pro bono recruitment process for DLS. Under normal DLS implementations, once a disaster is approved and the hotline goes live, we take the local pro bono opportunities for that disaster and promote them on our national DLS pro bono portal. We typically assist in pro bono recruiting at this stage anyway, but this portal allows us to promote to interested attorneys the opportunity to view any pro bono opportunities in one place and sort by topic or by state. We're also making the same COVID exception here and promoting COVID-related pro bono opportunities on our site. So if you're aware of any affiliates or local legal services organizations who would like to link their opportunities to our national page, please have them reach out as well. Right now, for example, DLS is currently mobilized in Mississippi, Oregon, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, Tennessee, potentially Michigan and Utah, but not for COVID-19. That pretty much sums it up for me for now, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you.